Keep your mind sharp with today's General Knowledge Challenge. How many of these common facts do you still remember? Let's see if you can get a perfect score. Good luck. Question 1. Which Apollo mission was the first to land humans on the moon in 1969? B. Apollo 11. Question 2. Who is known as the Iron Lady of British politics? C. Margaret Thatcher. Question 3. In which city was the famous "I Have a Dream" speech delivered by Martin Luther King Jr.? C. Washington, D.C. Question 4. Which legendary actress starred in Breakfast at Tiffany's? C. Audrey Hepburn. Question 5. What was the name of the first artificial satellite launched into space in 1957? A. Sputnik 1. Question 6. Who is the author of the James Bond spy novel series? B. Ian Fleming. Question 7. Which musical group sang the hit song Yesterday? C. The Beatles. Question 8. What is the capital of Canada? C. Ottawa. Question 9. Who was the primary leader of the Indian independence movement against British rule? B. Mahatma Gandhi. Question 10. In which decade did the Berlin Wall fall? B. 1980s. Question 11. What is the name of the longest river in the world? B. Nile. Question 12. Which vitamin is often called the sunshine vitamin? D. Vitamin D. Question 13. Who painted The Starry Night? C. Vincent van Gogh. Question 14. Which country is famous for the Great Wall? C. China. Question 15. Who was the President of the U.S. during the majority of World War II? C. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Question 16. What is the capital city of Australia? C. Canberra. Question 17. Which famous scientist developed the theory of relativity? B. Albert Einstein. Question 18. In which city is the Eiffel Tower located? C. Paris. Question 19. Which animal is known as the ship of the desert? C. Camel. Question 20. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice? B. Jane Austen. Question 21. What is the most common gas in the Earth's atmosphere? C. Nitrogen. Question 22. Which country is home to the Leaning Tower of Pisa? C. Italy. Question 23. What is the capital of the United Kingdom? C. London. Question 24. Who was the king of rock and roll? C. Elvis Presley. Question 25. Which planet is the largest in our solar system? B. Jupiter. Question 26. What is the name of the fairy tale character who lost her glass slipper? C. Cinderella. Question 27. In which country was the first heart transplant performed? C. South Africa. Question 28. What is the largest ocean on Earth? D. Pacific Ocean. Question 29. Who invented the telephone? C. Alexander Graham Bell. Question 30. What is the capital of Spain? C. Madrid. Question 31. Which famous nurse is known as the lady with the lamp? B. Florence Nightingale. Question 32. Which country is known for its tulips and windmills? Netherlands. Question 33. Who was the lead actor in the film Casablanca? B. Humphrey Bogart. Question 34. What is the capital of Egypt? C. Cairo. Question 35. Which canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans? B. Panama Canal. Question 36. Who wrote The Old Man and the Sea? C. Ernest Hemingway. Question 37. What is the name of the island where Napoleon Bonaparte was first exiled? C. Elba. Question 38. Which organ in the human body is responsible for pumping blood? C. Heart. Question 39. Which country hosted the first FIFA World Cup in 1930? C. Uruguay. Question 40. What is the capital of Italy? C. Rome. Question 41. Which U.S. state is known as the Sunshine State? C. Florida. Question 42. Who was the first person to reach the South Pole? B. Roald Amundsen. Question 43. Which bird is the national symbol of the USA? B. Bald eagle. Question 44. What is the name of the famous clock tower in London? C. Big Ben. Question 45. Which country is the home of the kangaroo? B. Australia. Question 46. Who was the famous French queen who supposedly said, "Let them eat cake"? B. Marie Antoinette. Question 47. What is the currency used in Japan? C. Yen. Question 48. In which city is the Statue of Liberty located? New York City. Question 49. Which country is known as the land of the rising sun? C. Japan. Question 50. What is the primary ingredient in the Italian dish risotto? B. Rice.